too long ago.
Hello, welcome to another Mack Brothers podcast. It's me, Mac One or Mac Two, and that's other Mac over there. John, you're making your grand return. And our grand return. We didn't have a podcast last week due to technical
Yeah, that was some
difficulties.
bullshit. That was some real fucking gnarly bullshit.
Here it was. Welcome back. I heard you got lost in a different state.
Before we get started, no matter what state I'm in or what state of mind I'm in, it's always a great time to listen to our new single, Drinkin In Work. The title is self-explanatory, but also it will take you on a trip that you've never been on before, and it will also make you nostalgia for trips that you've been on previously. So listen to Drinkin In Work. It's our newest single. It's probably our funnest song to date. So go check it out. The song of the summer. So yeah, but I was lost and now I'm found. I actually went on a boat trip to go see miniature ponies in Virginia. And the way it was advertised was that we would we would take a boat to this little island in Virginia. We would get out, we would walk around this secluded beach, and we would potentially these little miniature ponies that were shipwrecked from the Spanish Inquisition that now they just literally roam in Virginia by themselves unbothered pretty much, besides there's it's like a bird sanctuary as well, but they're basically by themselves unbothered. They've been multiplying since like the 1700s, and we were supposed to go do all this fun shit with them, and the boat ride took us about a mile away, and we couldn't get out of the boat. We couldn't get on the beach, so we just had to kind of look at them with binoculars. So yeah,
That sucks.
it was all right though, because it was still a boat ride in the South.
Yeah, and boats are kind of cool.
The instructor told a great story about, now there's children on this boat ride as well, and the instructor told an incredible story about how there's a Navy base that there's like an Air Force training base like close by, and that one of the airplanes recently crashed, and his exact words were, and actually the pilot perished. We're on a nature tour, a nature boat ride, and that was his his main. He was very, very excited to talk about that.
I mean, gee whiz.
Oh, he did say some funny things. He also said that great American President George. Everyone on the boat was American, by the way, I should say. Yeah, but he said great American President George H.W. Bush went to school close by, and he also said, or like some kind of training thing close by, and then he also said, very famous American Joe Namath has also bought a horse from the island or something like that. And it was like, you mean football player, like whole NFL Hall of Famer, like you, very famous American Joe Namath. Like he had a weird way of saying things.
You know, it's probably because he's probably in a boat all day and he doesn't really know what goes on outside of a boat. So maybe that's all he knows about those two guys.
Oh, well, no, he has a life outside of work. You know how I know? Because
How do you know?
he took a phone call while we were on the tour, and he said he was like, "Oh no, I'm doing good. Yeah, I was out. I took the bike out earlier, and I walked the dog. The dog's doing well, and
He's probably drinking in work too.
yeah. Oh, this guy was hammered. This guy was
What a
really,
life.
Yeah, just a nice Monday morning or Monday afternoon boat
That's
ride.
kind of the fun part about traveling is when you get to a place like that, and for about an hour you're just living in someone's life. It's like
Yeah.
Louis C.K. says, like you go into a little shop, or you may have said it a couple podcasts ago, and you're just living in someone's dream. It's like a
Yeah.
similar type of thing. You're like, this is what this person's life is.
Mm.
They ride around on this fucking boat all day, and they talk shit about these ponies and like this area. That's just what they do.
I do gotta say, so
It's cool. It's cool though. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
for most of the time, no, I like it, but for most of the time we were in Ocean City, Maryland. This one little trip we were in Virginia. But even there, every place we went to eat was outstanding. Every place was delicious.
You sure you
Uh,
just weren't really hungry?
Hooked was great. Um, the place we went to in Virginia, I forget what it's called. Um, I forget what most of them are called, but props to them. All the fish was super fresh. All I did was eat fish all week. Um,
I love fish.
the resort we stayed at was a little dirty, but it was off. It's like off season, so it's hard to judge. Um, I do gotta say one more thing about this. Uh, Little children have ruined my pool experience.
Yeah.
I skeeve them so much that I refuse to go swimming anymore, and now I miss out on how much fun I used to love being in a pool. One day I'm gonna have a pool in my backyard. It's not like a dream. It's something that's definitely gonna happen. But it feels like until then, I don't know if I'll ever go swimming again, unless it's like a family pool or something.
I completely understand. When I went to Disney uh last year at the resort, they had like movies on till like 11 o'clock in the pool, and you just have these little kids that are like freaking out. So, um, I would still be awake at like 10, 11 o'clock, and I would hear these nasty little shitheads through the door. And this is a thick ass security door. It's about this thick, all metal, thick pane windows, like thick ass curtains, air conditioner running full blast. You still hear them, and it sounds like they're drowning each other. Like they have this like gurgling sound. I called it gurgling. Like these little kids are just making this like oh, like this like awful. I'm drowning and trying to get water out of my lungs sound at like 10:30 at night, and I'm like, I couldn't agree with you more, and I wasn't even near the pool, but I
Mm.
was like repulsed to even leave the room. I was like, these kids are ruining a whole entire Disney resort. Like, yeah, kids are an abomination. It's like because it's like parents go to those places and they go to these types of places and they go on vacation and they're just like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They're not minding. They're not keeping an eye.
No, well, they want to have a vacation too.
They're just trying
Um,
to adopt like people like our good friend Drake Taylor.
I will say this though. I think our parents and grandparents did a good job with minding us while we
I agree.
were in pools and stuff. Like they would never. Like I've never peed in a pool once. I was told not to, and I didn't. I never ate in a pool and like left shit floating in the pool. I never went in the pool like dirty where you like maybe some sand on you, but like never like chocolate, you know what I mean? Or barbecue sauce.
Are these all things that you saw happen over this weekend?
No, I didn't even look at the pool this week. Well, the outside pool was closed because it's like off season, like it opens this weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
You think they left some kids underneath the pool cover?
No, it was open.
Yeah.
It was the cleanest the pool's looked in years for me. It was closed, but um, the indoor we were at a resort, so the indoor pool was open, and I was so excited because I was like, it's a Monday. There ain't nobody here. There should be no one in this hotel at all. Like half of the shit in the hotel in the resort's not even open. So like I'm gonna go into this indoor pool and I'm gonna be able to swim. And there was just
Silly you.
children everywhere.
Silly
And
John.
and an indoor pool is humid. So like you could just there's just germs festering in there. The chlorine would have had that have like switchblades on them to like carve up all this germs to kill them germs.
Switchblade chlorine, like murderous,
Yeah.
like Crips level chlorine, like blah 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 blah. Oh, yeah, no, I understand. There's some dirty people. Like that's the cleanest water they've ever been in. Like they're not using soap.
Yeah, so it seems like um I think my fiance's cousin has a pool. I'm gonna go in that. Maybe our aunt, if we go to their beach house this summer, maybe we'll do that kind of pool. But Golden Boy ain't going to no hotel pool for a long, maybe ever.
I don't step in anything other. Like I don't even like to get near a body of water. Um, like a puddle. I try to avoid puddles. I try to avoid ponds, lakes.
Yeah.
Even plateaus make me nervous because I mean, come on, you could probably like look out of a plateau and see like a lake in the off in the distance or something.
Well,
The Great Lakes freak me out. I would never live in Michigan. I think we should blow Michigan off the fucking map. Let's nuke Michigan. Because I'm not trying to be near a lake of that size. Would never go to Erie, Pennsylvania. The Schuylkill gives
uh,
me agita.
I don't like rain.
You don't like rain?
I don't like when it
What?
rains, how it feels on my body. If I don't have if
Hold
it
up, hold up, hold up. You don't like being rained on, or you don't like rain? Like, what are you saying here?
oh no, I don't like being rained on. If I got nothing to do and it's raining and like maybe we'll open the windows and like I love hearing raindrops. I like when it rains every now and then, and like I don't have plans on going outside anyway, so it's just kind of fun. Maybe you watch a movie. But if it's a Tuesday and I'm on my way to work, or like even worse, like I'm going to lunch or something and it's raining, I'm not in a great mood.
Like, even if you're in the car,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
don't
like driving in the rain either.
know.
You'd be like the worst Santa ever.
Yeah.
You'd be like like terrible. Like, think about all the great things your kids are gonna miss out on. You know what I mean?
No, I'll put on a brave face for the children, but
No, no, I think you'll be. No, we're not going to go out today. We're not going out today. I think there's a front coming in. I just
take,
want to stay put.
take your fucking shoes off.
Don't track mud in the house. No, if you go outside in the rain, you stay outside in the rain. That's the rule in my house. Some people are a little like some people get very scared of lightning. They get very scared of thunder. You know what I mean? I kind of want to get struck by lightning. To tell you the truth. I think I may get superpowers from it. That's
You
what
know what I
I
would go you know what I would go out in a storm for?
would you
League
also
Island,
would you also put it on your head the same way you have that pomegranate juice this whole time?
the League Island Brewing Club. Hell
Yeah, would
yeah,
you balance that like up there like a
100%. Yeah, so League Island Brewing Club is not only Jesus's favorite beer, but it's also my favorite beer. And if you ask me, that means more. So League Island Brewing Club, homemade, uh, family ran, family owned business. Incredible beers, incredible IPAs. My glasses are fucking foggy. League Island
because
Brewing,
you're a dirty ass bitch.
yeah. League Island Brewing Club, Jesus's favorite beer. Tate some of it can pass for pomegranate juice, and some of it um tastes like heaven, which is why
Some
Jesus
girls know they alphabets and some
some
girls don't.
girls don't. Yep, exactly. League Island
Shout
Brewing.
out to old dirty bastards.
ODB. Um. Oh, I want to talk about your Monday Mac.
Oh, did you what do you think?
So I watched it, and I agree with, I would say 90% of your review.
Are we differing
But
on? Let me guess. Like True Love Way,
yep, yeah,
True Love Way, and maybe like I'm thinking like Trunk, or I know we definitely have some variation on Camaro for sure.
I forget what you rated Camaro, but
It's like he got a 7.
True Love Way to me is like an 8.4, 8.5.
I don't know why that song doesn't really. It's not really like I don't know. Song just kind of like it's definitely it's like a very Kings of Leon song.
Yeah. I'm about to pull up the set list just so I can remind myself. But True Love Way was the main one where I was like, oh, that's it. That's an 8 at least. It's so good. The guitar solo at the during the I
It
guess
is a great guitar solo.
everything about that song is excellent. The lyrics are beautiful. Like it's
I to me that's such a classic album in general. Like it has such a like the songs feel so alive.
yeah. Yeah, they really do feel like um yeah, they feel like their own. You really get put into a different world when they're on. But you know what though? The world. So Kings of Leon albums will all of them to me put you in a different world. They're all complete albums too. They're all like one kind of idea. Um, but it's hard to say where this album takes you because like the first couple of albums take you to like the fucking mud pits of Tennessee, and then the later albums kind of make you feel like kind of put you in like you feel like a wise man in a bar. Like you're not wise enough to not be in a bar, but you're still but you feel smarter than the rest of the crowd.
Hmm.
The last album kind of takes you to um like a mental institution in like a great
I
in
feel
like
like
in the best way ever.
I feel like this album is like this is really like their first adult album. It's like
Yeah,
this album is like the feeling you get when like you bought your house or you got your first car or you got your license. That's kind of what this album feels like. This album feels like it, but there's also, which is also really cool about it, there's a little bit of apprehension. There's a little bit, it's like kind of nervous at the same time. Um,
mm,
all of their early music is a little nervous, which I like about it.
yeah,
I like that all the songs feel so honest. That's why I'm such a Kings of Leon fan because like um, anyone can say any band is commercial if they don't like them. That's fine, but their songs, at least the lyrics, are always so honest. At least like
mm,
Caleb's a very consistent, grounded songwriter. Um, so
yeah.
it's cool. Like I think that's why I like Because of the Time so much because it's such a young man's album. The first two albums are like almost like a teenage album. Like they're like um very very like just turned 18, first cigarette,
They're
first
in the same vein to me as what people say I am, whatever people say I
or
am is
they're
whatever.
Arctic Monkeys first too. Yeah,
Yeah.
very adolescent feeling. And
Well,
then Because of the
this
Times is like it's like they realize they're musicians. That's me what the album feels like. It's a
yeah.
very much a feeling of like, oh yeah, we can do all this stuff too.
Mm. This feels like like the feeling of like the last time you felt young, like the last time you really felt like that same way you felt when you were 17 getting into fights in Marconi, and like the when you finally realize what you're doing is kind of ridiculous and you want to start to uh figure out what else there is to do besides the four things you've been doing. That's what this album feels like. It's like a discovery of oneself, I feel.
Yeah, I think Arizona is like the encapsulates the album best. Um, a song like about going and meeting prostitutes. There's a
Yeah.
lot of rock and roll songs about having sex with prostitutes and getting fucked up and just having sex with women. And their approach to it was, she must think I'm crazy, or and she must feel awkward. I feel awkward. It kind of smells in here. We're standing. We're like, what are we doing here? I'm here with my brothers. It kind of feels weird. Like
Mm.
the whole, like, it does feel uncomfortable, but there's also a bit of like uh beauty to it in a way, which is like, it has that it's just such a great it does the same thing that Joshua Tree does. Like, you listen to it and you feel like you're there. Like, you feel like you're sitting on the couch next to them while they're singing it, or you're sitting next to someone who's telling you a story. And like, that's like music at its best. And that's this album at its
Yeah.
best to me.
All right.
It's like,
I'm
you feel like you can
gonna do
really
a quick
hear it.
Knocked Up, 7.9 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Charmer, 8.8 out of 10.
Both similar ratings as mine.
On Call, 9.2 out of 10.
Yeah, I rated that. I gave that a 9.5 out of 10, I think.
McFearless, 7.6 out of 10. Because the guitars are great. But
Dude,
just something
what
with
a fucking
catch.
song.
It's
That's such
big.
a
It's a
fun
big
song.
boy, but I don't listen to it a whole lot. Black Thumbnail, 9.3 out of 10.
That song is
My
so
Party,
nuts.
8.1 out of 10. True Love Way. No, My Party 8.3. True Love Way 8.1. Ragu. What's Ragu again?
I want to say it's to me. I'm going to change your world.
7.4.
I gave that one a 6.5. That song's like I don't know. My rating scale's a little harsher, I feel like, than yours.
Well, like any one of these songs would have been the best song that was released like from the release radar. But I mean, I can't think of another one that would have beat it. Any of them. So like
Oh, yeah, I agree.
if you like, but like I gave the new Mac DeMarco song like an 8.6 because I really do like it a lot, and I put it in my savings. I mean, in my saved songs. But like, I probably overrated it now looking at this because Ragu is a way better song than that.
See,
I mean,
I'm taking my favorite songs, like, of all time, that I listen to the most, that I love the most, that I'll go to bat for the most, and those are my tens. And everything else I have to figure out where it fits in underneath somewhere.
well, I do too, but and I don't remember what I gave the Mac DeMarco song. I probably gave it less than an 8.6 or whatever. But
It's a fun song, though.
like if a song that like if Maroon 5's Sugar or yeah, what's that one song that's not the worst song you ever heard by them? Is it Sugar?
This Love.
If This Love is a 5.8 or like a 6.5,
Yeah.
and then Moves Like Jagger is a 2.5, then like the Mac DeMarco song has to be a 7.9, and
No,
then
well,
Ragu has to be.
I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like, to me, Ragu and This Love are like this on the same level for me. Like, I like This Love, and I like Ragu, and I don't go out of my way to listen to either of them, and that's kind of where I put them. Like, a five is a song that is strictly, I'm neutral about a five. Five's neutral, so anything above a five is a good song. It's like 6.5 is like, I know
Yeah,
the words, I like
I
it, I'm
agree.
happy it's on. And that's just me trying to be completely unbiased, because I think Ragu, like, This Love's like Maroon 5's like best song probably, and like Ragu is one of Kings of Leon's absolute throwaways. And that's how highly I rate Kings of Leon. I mean,
But
that's
I
my
still
own
think
scale.
Ragu's better.
That's just explaining how I place them. Oh, what's after Ragu?
Fans 8.4.
Great song.
Which what did you compare two? You gave a
I gave like that song has very much an Eagles Southern California rock vibe to it with the great acoustic guitars and the great quaint vocals. That's kind of what I related it to.
it also takes it borrows because it's you could tell it wasn't like stolen the way some things are stolen. It uses a lot of Pixies.
Mm-hmm.
Um uh
The bass, Bob, Bob.
Shake, Shake,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Shake. It's from what's that? Debaser by Pixies.
Mm.
But it's a great song. I'll give it 8.5 actually. Uh the runner,
Oh, such an awesome song.
I'd say 7.9, the runner.
I think the Runners one I like more than you'd like, and I just love where they're coming from in that song. And it's like so
Yeah,
picturesque.
I do like it. It is better than Ragu. Ragu's like I think I what did I say? 7.4 for Ragu.
I
This
think
is
Ragu's my
7.9.
least favorite song on the album.
I think it's mine too. Um
And then my second least favorite is Camaro.
oh wait a minute. I had to remind myself what Trunk was. I love Trunk.
I got what she wants.
That reminds me of a lot of like some of the songs that like that's the one that reminds me of Joshua Tree.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, you're
reminds me
driving.
of Exit.
It's a sunset, and you're driving in fucking Nevada through the desert. No one's around. You're the only car, and you're
Yeah.
listening to that song. Ah, yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's where that
That's a
puts me.
sneaky so I love that song.
It puts me
That,
with the same vein as Heartland, vibe wise.
oh, see, I think it's closer to Exit by U2 than
Oh
Heart.
yeah, 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 yeah. Exit is cooler though, and I rate it higher. Everyone go listen to Exit.
Yeah, Exit is a better song, but it's mixed so low that it almost drives me absolutely insane how low that song is mixed. Um,
Oh
because
yeah.
sometimes I'll change it in the car because I don't know what the fuck song's on. Like I can't hear it. And then everything else, like it is that's if U2 has one flaw, besides that they probably duck paying taxes in Ireland, is that their shit is very quiet compared to everything else.
Yes.
Um Camaro. Oh, Trunk, I didn't give a rating yet. Trunk is like a fucking 8.6 for me.
Oh wow.
I love Trunk. I love it so much. So cool. Camaro almost as cool, but it's more of like Camaro is like one of their Camaro kind of reminds me of like a CCR song. If it like the coolest, thickest clear water whatever revival, whatever they're called.
Hmm.
Like the coolest song that they could do if they bumped all their guitars from like twangy to fucking like thicker. That's what Camaro reminds me of. Camaro is an 8.1. I love that song. That's such a cool fucking tune. And in Arizona is excellent. Well, I don't even know what I would get. Arizona is an 8.8.
I gave Arizona a 9.5. I put it up there with On Call and Black Thumbnail as my top songs on the album.
Arizona is what a closer.
I think Arizona is like a song that makes the album special, and I would probably give the album an 8 out of 10 instead of 9 out of 10. I gave the whole album a 9 out of 10. Um, Arizona just adds a whole other point for me.
Yeah.
Um, it is such essential rock storytelling, I think. Um, it's just a perfect song.
We that song and a couple different Kings of Leon songs really informed some of our songwriting, I think.
Hmm.
To like it really it showed us that like you can like not every song has to be excuse me, if we're talking about Kings of Leon, not every song can be or should be like Sex on Fire or Use Somebody. Like
Hmm.
you have to have these as an artist, like it really does feel like you have to have these. Sometimes you got to have these longer songs that really express different things. They don't have to be all compact. They don't have to, does it? I don't even know. It doesn't even have a chorus, Arizona, right? It's
The
just a,
chorus, the chorus, I would say, songwriting wise, the chorus or hook is that guitar line.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't
They
have a
use that as a
vocal,
chorus, basically.
but it's excellent. It's we kind of did that with There Goes My, well, yeah, we did that kind of with There Goes My Baby, where there's not really a chorus. There's a tag, and then there's the
The
music.
refrain.
Yeah, and the music is really what the song's about. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We have a song coming out on an album that's coming out that is very reminiscent of Arizona.
That's
Um,
just true.
that I'm so excited about because it also we can't talk about it yet, but it's also probably my most Usher vocal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Like there's a lot of hints of um my fandom of like my early when I was younger. Matthew, do you remember when I made mommy secretly buy me the Confessions Part 2 album?
I
And I
do.
and
I
I
do remember that,
yeah, I didn't
actually.
only you and mommy and I guess
None of your friends could know because
Daddy.
you wouldn't look cool if you had
I
the
didn't want
Usher
them to
album.
know I loved Usher. Still now I'm open about my
You
Usher
know
love.
why you liked Usher? You liked Usher for the same reason that people like Frank Sinatra, because people like single male singers.
He had quality songs.
People, you know what people like? People like singers. Like they like if you have a good song and your voice is halfway decent, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna like it. Like
Yep.
even if your voice sucks, if you have a good song, I'm gonna like it.
I mean, let me see what was on Confessions real quick. Because I
These
think
are
it
my
was
confessions. Yo,
well,
this is
yeah,
the
that
biggest
song.
fly. This fly's huge.
Oh, I hear
These are my confessions.
Cage the Elephant's playing in my living room. I don't know what I don't know what my lady's watching, but I agree with it. Hold on real quick.
Hopefully, it's not your least favorite Cage the Elephant song, Spiders.
No, Spiderhead. I love Spiderhead. Spiderhead. I hate spiders, but I love Spiderhead so much.
It's a great song. One day
That's one of my
we gotta talk some Cage the Elephant.
yeah.
They're great.
Yeah,
They're a great
I
band.
I always I always forget about them, but what's it? Melophobia, is that what it's called?
Oh, that's a classic album for
And
sure.
then Tell Me I'm
That's on my
Pretty.
classic album list.
Those two albums back to back are just you can't even believe that. What a run.
I think I called it. I think I called it when they put out
Oh, so
Melophobia. I said, John, their next album's gonna be crazy, dude.
the whole reason I bought this album was for three songs because I don't know that. Yeah, of course.
Of course. Usher.
Confessions Part 1 and Part 2. Caught Up's a great song. Um, and then Burn, Let It Burn. What a
Oh, what
song!
a great song.
What a
What an
song!
awesome song, yeah. You know, I just like I'm a
That
fan
would
of
be the
all
best.
things that are good.
That would be the best R&B EP of all time.
You know what I've learned? I've learned that like when you're being too picky, it's so limiting to what the things you can enjoy. Like, and I think what taught me that was going and seeing Jesus Christ Superstar. And I was
Yeah,
like, I want to go see. I have an urge to see everything and just try everything. Like I want to go to a dingy jazz club with a bunch of fucking sweaty people that are just great musicians and everyone's focused on the music. But then I want to go to like a rave, completely sober. I don't want to drown nothing. I just want to experience it. I want to go to like a goth. Like I would love to do a goth night, going full goth. I think that'd be really fun. I just want to try shit. I think this is how like people like Dave. I'm not trying to make a comparison, but I think artists that are like David Bowie, this must be how they felt because they
yeah.
probably had so much different. So like they had such wide tastes
Yeah.
which I mean, we kind of, you know, exhibit that a little bit, at least in our latest releases, if you think
Yeah.
about it, with dabbling into different genres. And I mean, we're going to continue to go that way. I mean, Lord knows by the time we're in our 40s and 50s, what kind of music we're going to be making. I hope it's insane. Like I want stuff that me now. What I don't even know if I'd like it. You know what I mean?
You know what I think we should well, not right now. Years down the line, we should put out a single. We should like mix and master what AI would like an AI'd Mac Brothers song,
Mhm.
and then like try to outdo it and see which one does better, because I think we would beat it. And then and
Well,
if the
we better
AI
not tell everyone how we wrote our recent songs.
yeah, I know. Yeah, the especially the ones that I wrote in like 2015, 2016. That was
You're the original
all
AI.
yeah.
That was Google Bard. That was
That
the
was
first.
all it was all Allen Iverson.
Wouldn't it be crazy plot twist if Allen Iverson was behind all this whole time?
Yeah, AI. It'd be
When
so
we thought he was practicing, he's actually creating
well, he didn't practice.
legitimate.
He already knew he wasn't practicing.
Or when he said like that's the reason why he wasn't practicing because he was actually creating AI behind the scenes.
Mhm. That'd be fun.
The reason he always seemed fucked up every time he go to the Wells Fargo Center is because this the weight of what he's learning, like the depth of the technology he's creating. Like he just learned he has the power to destroy the world. I would love this, and we should make a movie out of this, and Kevin Hart should be AI in it.
I don't know who would play AI in a movie.
I don't know if Kevin Hart's funny anymore.
Um,
Is Kevin Hart funny anymore?
I got a soft spot for Kevin Hart. I'll always enjoy him, I think. I like the real Kevin Hart. Like Kevin Hart was being interviewed on CNN and he was drunk for New Year's Eve, and he was openly yelling at CNN for not letting um Anderson Cooper and
Andy
my
Cohen.
my new favorite person in the world, Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen's the best.
Andy Cohen. I just started watching. We only got like a minute left. I just started watching. Well, I just finished Salt Lake City. Um,
I'm still where I'm at. I got to catch up.
Housewives of Salt Lake City, and Andy Cohen. I didn't realize how much of a savage he was during these interviews.
Reunions.
Shout out to him, man. He's the
He's
best.
great.
He's
Great.
basically a cast member. Like
he's better than Vince McMahon as an authority figure on screen. He's fucking awesome.
he's just phenomenal.
One day, because we have less than a minute, real quick before we get our plugs in, we ought to do Mac Brothers' favorite reality shows. Chat. Go in depth.
Yep. Drinking and Work is out everywhere.
Drinking and Work. It's out everywhere. Go listen to Drinking and Work.
Tomorrow morning, have a drink and work.
Tomorrow morning, go have a drink and work. Go listen to Drinking and Work.
Drinking and Work. That's how it goes.
Drinking and Work. If this video gets viewed 17 billion times, John will make a classical version of all of our songs.
Yep, every single one of them.
So let's get this to 17 billion likes. Let's make it be the most liked song ever, most liked video ever. Drinking and Work.